Okay, we are live. Did you get that figured? Yeah, you got it figured out. I see it up there.
I got it figured out.
All right, we are live. We are missing one right now, but he should be here shortly, like very shortly.
That means I win.
Well, yeah, we'll give him a few minutes if we got a no-show. That's a default. Yeah. What's up, Joe? I'm gonna read through some of the comments. Tater Dom, you missed the first comment today. What's up? We've had a few people commenting in here already. So, I'm sure most everybody in here knows Randall, the Whiskey Shaman.
Hi guys. I'm trying to make sure I'm live as well.
Hey, Michael, are both you and your boy watching? Mike, what's up? Sugar Kitty's here. What's up, Sugar Kitty? There's Zach. What's up, dude? Sugar Kitty, I see you on almost every live stream of every whiskey tuber out there. Is that just, do you have like 10 things going at once and you're just on every one of them?
Absolutely, she is. He is.
It's impressive. Oh, Chelsea, hi. How you doing, hon? Oh, power outage. That's no good. I thought we were going to lose it last night. We had a pretty heavy snowstorm and the lights were flickering a little bit, but we stayed on.
How's it going, Locked?
All right, so we are in week 4 of the blind sample showdown. I'm going to kind of try to just fill some air here while we wait a little bit. Randall, I know pretty much everybody knows you, but just in case they don't, and for the replay, why don't you drop your socials, drop your stuff, all of that, whatever you got.
Well, I am the Whiskey Shaman everywhere, _Whiskey Shaman everywhere on YouTube, Instagram. I have a Facebook page. You know, Facebook is weird. And I have a podcast. I'm probably one of the only people out here that has a podcast. I've got over 50 episodes. Just celebrated my 1-year anniversary. We're getting some really good guys on there, and I'm really excited to see the future. And if you can see, the beard's coming in good. So 24 is going to be rocking. So come join us.
Hell yeah. So _ with the _ Whiskey Shaman.
Yeah, because I tried to do just the Whiskey Shaman, which who has that? Well, there's somebody who has 2 followers and 1 post. And I even commented on him, and I was like, hey, I want to buy your thing. And he's like, nope. Okay. So I just changed it. Whatever. So
don't mention that usually ever. So you got go ahead and open up your 3 samples, get them in a glass, let them do a little breathing.
And I'm going to show y'all, these are still taped. I didn't do no sneaky shit. So
and obviously keep track of which one's which.
Oh yeah.
Doug, thanks. Sorry you can't stick around and watch, but thanks for the well wishes. Oh yeah, if you're next to the hospital, Sugar Kitty, yeah, that power's got to be on as soon as humanly possible.
Absolutely.
Like if it goes out, there's a problem.
Yeah. We don't want people on ventilators dying just because the power went out.
Whiskey Rock Zach on Instagram. What's up? Bourbon Chronicles Cron. What's up, brother? Oh, thanks, Sugar Kitty.
Yeah, they're really good about posting all your shit. So
Yeah. It's nice because then you don't have to try to worry about it. You can
absolutely, because you got enough stuff, especially if you're doing Instagram too, man. It's a chore on your end to read all the comments and all the other stuff that's coming in. So yeah. It's difficult.
Well, we got 13 people watching. Man,
That's awesome.
all right.
That's
I'm gonna
awesome.
try to shoot him a message and see what he's got going on here.
No problem. So today I was working. I'm trying to get back to work, guys, and I was working on a job, and I had to carry a toilet downstairs. And my strength is a little weak. I was so nervous I was going to drop that damn toilet down the stairs, but I did it. And so you learn how to do hard things, I guess, in life. And it was something I was able to do, and I was like, yay! But now I'm like dragging ass. I'm literally dragging ass from it. So. If I'm not my jovial self, that's why. But I'm sure a little bit of whiskey will warm me up.
I think this is a little late for you, isn't it? You're usually an early to bed kind of guy.
I'm an old man. No, I like to go to bed early because I wake up early. So it's just one of those things where I'm not a night owl. Like on the weekends, we might stay up till 10:30, 11 at the latest if we're watching a movie or something. But yeah, no, I'm normally getting ready for bed right about now. So, but just for you. Can I go ahead and smell, or is that cheating? I want to smell it.
You go right on ahead.
I don't want to cheat.
I'm going to try to.
God dang it, it's mellow corn. I knew it.
Well, if you got mellow corn in one of those samples, something got screwed up. There you go, Sugar Kitty. That should. All right, 2 minutes is what he said. 2 minutes. We got to fill 2 minutes of time here.
No problem.
I'm currently drinking the Balcones Calilea.
Oh yeah.
I am trying to wrap my head around this, Bad Rider. It is wild. It is wild with the amount of sherry and stuff that's in this, sherry and fruits and all that. It is just wild.
Yeah.
I did not get to try this at the ball. By the time I made it to the Balcones booth, they were all out of this one.
Yeah. No, I got to try a small sample of it. Later on, somebody had sent me a 1 ounce sample. It was so small, and I nursed that thing for a minute, and yeah, it's gone. But I have a full bottle. I just haven't opened it. But it's like when you have so many bottles, you're like, I don't want to open every bottle, but at the same time, like. Because I won't get through them in 6 years. So it's like, I'm trying not to, it's crazy. I got bottles sitting right here that I need to do a review on. And I'm like, yeah, I need to review those right now. It's crazy.
The Palm Beach guy. What's up? Thanks for joining. We are waiting on the second contestant here. That's why we were just kind of doing some random fill here.
Filler.
Yeah. When you got this whole thing structured out and all of that stuff, fill is hard to do.
Definitely is. It definitely is. Because you're like, okay, we're ready to rock and roll. No, we're not. We're not ready to rock and roll at all.
Hey, Jason, how you doing, bud?
It's all good.
It is just, it seriously is just absolutely wild.
Yeah, it's a wild ride for sure.
I'm not sure where I'm at on it. Like, I don't dislike it for sure because I keep going back to it. But I'm not 100% certain on where I'm at with it yet. But that's how they go, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't figure that out until about halfway through.
Yeah, you get halfway through the bottle, and then you're like, "Damn, that's really good." Or, "Oh man, how am I going to finish this?" So, yeah. I'm
or the classic. You get halfway through, and it's like, okay, yeah, I really like that. Oh shoot, I can't go buy another one.
Yeah, exactly. Gone. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. Yeah, it was limited release. Who would have thought, right? Everything's limited release now.
Whiskey Nature, yeah, for sure. I love Balcones and I hate Balcones at the same time. They're like one of the only distilleries that can be divisive within a person. You know what I mean? Like, and the funny thing is, I don't even like everybody dislikes the rye. I love the rye. Not
Yep, me
everybody,
too.
obviously.
Me too.
You know, generalizing, but um, I just find like sometimes it's like, oh, they're so good, and then sometimes they're like, okay, they're a little too much this or too much that. They went a little too far. But yeah, Balcones is definitely up there in the tops of my lists.
And the one of the cool things about balcones is they're not afraid to kick you in the ass with proof. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're just like, here's a 68% alcohol single malt. Like, why not? Let's go. It's like, okay, I need to add a little water to that.
Sugar Kitty, they could just be called Dichotomy. I did a review on the single malt in 2018. You found a bottled in 2018 last week.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Excellent.
Their profile has changed since then. Um, it's a little bit different. Still great, but it's a little bit different.
Bernheim wheat. Was it just the standard proof bottling, or was it the Bernheim barrel proof? Or not that it really matters much. They're both relatively the same. One's just higher proof.
Right.
Um, I like it. I like wheat whiskey though.
Mm-hmm.
I lean like if I'm gonna like a wheat whiskey, it's probably 100% wheat, not a 50. I think the Bernheim is like 53.
Right.
Um, there's Brandon. All right, let's get him in here.
Let's go.
There we go. All right.
Hey, all right. And
Oh.
here we have our second contestant, Brandon, aka Officially Ducksworth. You will find him on Instagram. Brandon, I'm sorry, you don't do YouTube, right? Just Instagram?
No, not yet. Eventually,
Okay.
maybe.
Okay. So you will find him at Instagram at Officially Duckworth. Officially.duckworth. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and open up your samples, Brandon, and you can pour them in the glasses. Keep track of which one's which. Easiest while you're doing that, I'm going to try to run down this real quick. So I sent you 3 blind samples marked 1, 2, and 3. We're going to go through them in that order. You are going to try to guess generically the category, generically the proof, generically the casking. Generic proof is going to be a plus or minus 2. You're going to get the point. Generic casking, meaning new oak, used oak, or wine cask or beer cask. I mean, very generic. Like, what is the cask? Obviously, if you think it's a double cask, you're going to generically say it's what the 2 cask types are. Then from there, you're going to be specific on the category if you can. Generic category is going to be something like it's a single malt, it's a bourbon, it's a rye, it's a whatever. Specifically, it's going to be it's a Scottish single malt, or it's a American single malt, or it is a Irish single pot still, or a Canadian blend, or whatever specific category you can come up with for it. Specific proof, we're going to be trying to hit the proof right on the head. You will get the point for knocking the proof on the head. Specific casking. Obviously, if you're guessing a bourbon and a bourbon only, we all know it's new oak. You are going to automatically get the specific casking point for new oak if you're going that route. If we're dealing with something that is a finished product, be specific with, is it sherry, is it port, is it Madeira, so on and so forth. I you don't necessarily need to say it's PX sherry or it's Oloroso or it's Fino. You don't need to break the sherries down. Just know that it's sherry. Beer casking, same thing. I know it's a beer cask. It's a stout porter. You don't. I don't need Voodoo Ranger, pineapple hazy IPA. That sort of thing. So be as specific as you can without being like crazy specific, if you know what I mean. Age. Write your guesses for age down. I don't need to hear. Actually, I don't want to hear them. But what we're going to use the age for is if there ends up being a tie, I will pick one of the 3 samples randomly and tell me your age guess for it at that time. And whoever is the closest without going over is going to get the point for that one and break the tie.
All right.
Got it.
Exact distillery, exact bottle. Each one of those 2 guesses will land you 2 extra points. So
tough,
if you can nail that, you are doing fantastic. And the only thing I have to say about that is whether you have something or not, throw it out there, because if you hit it, you get it. Right? If you don't guess, you can't get it.
Right.
All that being said, we are going to go through. You're going to do your tasting notes on sample 1. You're gonna tell me what you think the guesses are. Then we're gonna move on to sample 2. We're not gonna do the reveal until at the end. That way, if you're way off on the very first one, it's not gonna throw you off for the rest of the 2 samples.
Okay.
Your goal is those, or what I just said is your goals. My goal is to make sure that you guys get 0 points.
That might be possible. This is actually really
absolutely. I was just thinking that. Well, you're doing a good job of it right now.
My printer wasn't set up right, so I just wrote down the things. But
okay.
It worked fine. All right.
This was just a tip from one of the I think the first week, Bill and Marshall said, hey, have something they can print out, and it'll help keep track of this.
Mm-hmm.
So it was easy enough for me to whip one of those things up and just send you the link for it. So go ahead and start whenever you want. I do try to keep these to about an hour. We're starting a little bit late, so we go about 15 minutes per sample. That then gives us time for a little bit of talking in between. While you guys are doing the tasting and nosing and sampling and all that kind of stuff, I will try to watch comments and do a little bit of talking, because I know it's quiet when you're trying to do that. So if I'm too distracting, let me know. I'll try to curb it a little bit.
Really beautiful citrus.
It is. It's a really beautiful nose. This mellow corn is really nice. I'm glad that we picked it.
And I'm glad you brought that up. So if you want to throw the other person off, it is part of the game.
I'm the only one.
If you want to help out, that's also part of the game. You can do either or both if you would like. That is part of the fun.
I kind of feel like this one. You guys can hear me, okay, right?
Yep, hear you good.
Cool. I kind of feel like this one, might have been a higher proof, and maybe you watered it down before you sent the sample out a little bit. Because I don't know, I get the vibe on the nose, and it's not well, I'm not saying maybe it's not official bottling, but on the palate, it seems like maybe it was a higher proof before, if that makes sense.
Okay.
You're wrong.
The other thing I did forget to mention, these are all whiskeys. They are all in the category of whiskey somewhere. There's no weird things in here like gin or rum or anything funky like that. It is all whiskey. At the time of making these samples, I put all open bottles in my cabinet in a randomizer and let the randomizer pick the 3 samples.
Okay.
So it is a choice of 374 open bottles, and I did not remove them when they came out, when they landed on other people's samples. So duplicate samples are possible, not duplicate in the same tasting, but from previous weeks.
Wow. Kind of like a waxy, zesty citrus.
Yep. And then there's a little bit of a funk to it, though. At the very end, there's I don't know, it's not like a grassiness maybe. to it. Not off-putting,
Yeah.
but it's a little grassy on the back end.
Definitely like a hay, like a fresh. Like a fresh hay.
I like a grassy back end though, so it's okay.
Who doesn't? All right.
We're still talking about the whiskey, right?
Absolutely.
Hey, Richard, how are you?
Man, this is really tough. I also feel like I chose the wrong nosing glass. For this
Baker Drinks, thanks for stopping by.
Baker, I'm glad you like it.
She must be watching over on your channel, and you got her one of your challenge coins.
I guess. You know, I'm trying, man. I'm hustling, bro. You gotta hustle.
Gotta hustle. Gotta hustle.
Mm.
Yeah, and just you guys let me know when you are ready for giving me your guesses.
Okay. You want us to write it down all the way first, right?
Yeah. Write them down, and then we'll go through them, and then I'll duplicate what you got, and then we'll move on to the next sample.
Okay. Mm.
Everybody's wondering about the grassy back end comment.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. It's not going to stop. So
it's perfect.
No, I'm not.
I mean, there has to be some hair there. It shows you're a woman. All right. YouTube's gonna boot us off. We gotta calm down over here. This is the palate is a little. The nose leads to believing it's a very rich, thick, viscous palate. The palate is. I mean, it's a little oily, but it's a little bit thinner than I thought it would be.
Yep, it is a little thinner.
Very smooth.
Don't say that.
That
YouTube will kick you off for smooth.
YouTube's like, you know what? You can't have a grassy back end and be smooth, so you're off.
Mike, I don't know how to answer that question for you. It's not a cheap one, so if you absolutely hate it, I would feel horrible. I tell you, if you know that it's going to sit there for a minute, I will get you a sample of it so you can kind of make up your own mind on it. It's very, very sherry. I mean, it is like the epitome of sherry bomb. So,
oh, cool. I'm in chat.
I'm not worried about the price. It's an expensive one to take a serious punt on. Like without any,
Oh man. Okay.
So, what do we got? Patty, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Dylan, nice to see you. If you like sherry, this will check that box for sure. There's no doubt about that. We are talking about the Catalea, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm not getting no sherry for sure.
No,
I'm
talking about what I'm drinking.
Catalea is it's so beautiful, and that funky, soul-free cherry is something that you get in some Springbank sherry, but not like the egg side, but like the matchstick side, and like even some dirty Lachey, like I said, dirty, beautiful Balcones.
Sugar Kitty, it's really odd. It's both. It is both dry and sweet.
Dry and sweet. Yep.
It's very drying back here, but it is very sweet right off the bat. Oh, John Dinwiddie's here. What's up, buddy?
I'm trying to get my distillery down, and
that's hard.
It's hard, dude.
I'll give you a hug over here. It's well, I don't want to say right now, but we can talk about it in a second. But it reminds me of two different regions from completely two different freaking sides of the world.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. We hug that. Not bad. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, Angel's Envy is one of those ones for me that very quickly became a cocktail bottle, so to speak.
All right.
Dylan, I know the struggle. I know the
Almost ready,
struggle,
bro.
man. My guess is mine is still awake upstairs. He's doing good though. He's not making a ruckus. When he's upstairs making a ruckus, it sounds like a herd of buffalo right up above me. So, and he's only one guy, one kid. I mean, I don't know how he does it. There you go, co-op.
So when you say generic ABV plus, and then the
It's-
specific ABV, so you're just within a couple points.
Yeah, so like generically, if you guess, let's say you guess, you think it's 62, and then specific, if you want to stay with 62, or you think maybe, you know what I mean? So if you say 62 and it ends up being 60 and you stay 62 for both, you're going to get the point for generic, but not the point for specific, right?
Got you. Mm. Okay, I'm almost ready. Bam. Well, that went down fast.
Yeah, no shit.
It's hard for me to guess ABV now because I'm so used to higher proofs that.
But when I do, in December, I did that advent calendar and I did it completely blind. ABV was my hardest category to hit.
Yeah.
And I think part of it is because I'm so used to drinking high proof stuff that if it's low, I just struggle with it. And then if it's low and spicy, then it's like I'm really baffled.
Man, all right. It's funny because the distillery I'm guessing doesn't line up with some other stuff, but it's fun.
It happens. Joey, how are you? Thanks for joining.
Kind of really candied like ex-bourbon style berries.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers, Mike.
All right. I think. All right. I'm ready.
I think I'm ready too.
Randall's ready.
So off.
I know. I'm like, I don't even know. What am I doing with my life? Like,
it's good practice. It's good practice. All right. Well, let's start with Brandon here. What do you got?
Okay, single malt, 40% used. Scottish single malt. Although I will say, for a second there, it kind of seemed like it could be an ex-bourbon Balcones, but like in a way. But no, I'm gonna go Scottish single malt. ABV, I'm gonna guess 40% again. Casking was really tough because on the nose it tastes new, like just. But I'm gonna go ex-bourbon, like refill casks. And then I was gonna go with 10 years old.
Don't tell me the age.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Distillery and bottle. Distillery was really tough because at first it kind of tasted like a Linkwood or a Glenelgin. I was singing something from the Highlands now. Exact bottle, I don't have a guess yet. So come back on that, I guess.
All right, Randall.
all right. Generic category, single malt. Generic ABV, 46%. Generic casking, ex-bourbon, or used. Specific casking, American single malt. Specific ABV, 46. Specific casking, used, only used up is what I got. In route as he was as we were talking, my exact distillery would be Glenelg. Is that how you say it? I don't know. An exact bottle, just throwing it out there. Powers John Lane.
It's interesting how we both got American single malt vibes too.
Yes, very much so. I had Westland down at first, but Westland's a lot darker, I think, personally. So I was like, I don't know. So
anyway. I don't know, like the proof feeling low to me is why I did not guess the distillery to be from America. Unless
Yep.
it's something I haven't had before, it's entirely possible.
I mean, you have to understand who you're working with here too. German's known to have some weird shit. So
yeah, it's probably like a lost lantern, like 40% from some distillery, and
absolutely.
Brandon, do you have a distillery or a bottle guess yet?
that means we're close. Oh, bottle guess. Man.
And this is really teaching my that this whole competition is helpful for me for my poker face. It is just I really got to work on that poker face.
So that means we are way off. This is a bourbon.
That's pretty way off. Sure. Man, I don't have a bottle guess because I'm trying to think for the actual specific distillery. Dang, you know what? Now I'm gonna go with Glen Grant, which is opposite of my specific area. And I'll just go with the they have the 12-year-old, right? I'm gonna go with that. Glen Grant 12. I don't know. Throw it out there. I know it's not aligned with my prior rundown, but
it's all right. They don't have to line up because if you miss one, you might get the other kind of thing. All right. We got your guesses in for sample number 1. I better mark that down. Sample 1.
Sample 2 can be tougher.
Yeah, it is.
Move on to sample 2.
What is this? Wow. Chocolatey. Spicy nose.
Oh, yeah.
Really
I feel like I've smelt it before. It's a proofy gal.
Definitely. Good little bubble gum.
That's a nice note.
Like a pine.
I like that bubblegum note and things.
Bubble yum. All right, let's see. Well, that was interesting.
Okay. That's giving me some vibes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say them out loud because I don't want to influence you or myself.
Right. Wow, that's very good.
It is. It's amazing. And Sugar Kitty, you're right. Glen Grant 15 is pretty awesome.
This is really leathery and black cherry licorice, like a red licorice.
Yeah.
I give bubblegum on a lot of things, Sugar Kitty. A lot of different things, like not one specific category, but a few different categories.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put an initial on there and go from there because, like, I feel like if you sit in it too long, you just like start second guessing yourself.
Right.
So from experience, I can tell you, go with your first gut instinct all the time.
Right.
Obviously, unless something really drastically changes, the first gut instinct is usually pretty accurate.
That's true. In everything.
Yeah, in everything.
The gut is your second brain, so.
Yep.
Really. Wow. That's
especially with women. Use your gut. Don't look at her butt. Use your gut. Yeah, whatever. I mean, you can look at her butt. I don't care.
Words to live by.
Absolutely. That's why I've been married for 22 years.
Man.
I don't hear a lot of people talk about this brand, and I have a sample from an older bottling of the 10-year, and it is seriously like earthy mushroom.
Yeah.
Like people everybody when I asked about it, they're like, "Oh, it's really sweet. It's really sweet. It's really sweet." I got a sample of this thing, man. This thing is dark, dense mushrooms and earth, and I'm happy with it. I love it. But I don't know if I can go buy that bottle because if everybody's saying it's sweet, I'm wondering if it was like an old bottling
Yeah.
or what.
Like I'm stuck between two categories right now, and it's
Well-
like,
Well, since we're stuck between two categories, I kind of want to say it out loud. I know we have the same general. You're talking about like specific category, right?
right, yeah,
High rye bourbon or a rye? Yeah, I know we're on the same page there. And I suppose you do a lot of bourbon and ryes, I think so.
yeah,
But this is and it's funny because I have three different distilleries come to mind immediately.
Right.
And they're all different.
right. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I feel like I know where you're going. Because on the palate, I'm guessing one place. On the nose, I'm guessing somewhere else. And I think I'm going to do, all right.
Okay, so I know what it is because as soon as I dry my hands after getting some whiskey on it, it smells like cold weenies when you pull them out of the package. So I know exactly what the distillery is. No, I'm joking.
I was like, what? How the hell did you pull that off?
It did smell like cold weenies, so that was weird. Yeah, very strange tasting note, but this is my life.
That's hilarious. And Brandon, I hear you were at Andalusia and were there with another fellow and
Funny,
had no idea.
I kind of recognize his face, but I was on my way to the state park and we pit stopped to have the kids pee. And I'm like, oh, there's Andalusia. Let's pee there.
That's a great pit stop.
I bought the heavily peated 2023 while I was there. Had a quick dram.
Absolutely.
And I was like, oh, it's great. It's fantastic. And I was chatting for a second and everyone was kind of right. We were just getting rolling because it was 3:00. And I was like, man, that guy looks familiar. And then later on, after I found out who it was, the lady was like, yeah, I was going to say something that guy was looking over at you and stuff. But we were just in trying to get out of there, which is really hard to do.
Chelsea might actually be onto something here. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, no.
It'll be a Syrian single malt finish in hot sauce barrels. Hot
knowing germ, it will be
saucy covered cold wiener. All right, for real though, there's a sugar cookie, like molasses, like I don't want to say that, but
This is so fun for me to watch you guys just kind of like waffle and struggle.
Yeah, no, I'm waffling because like I want to be like, oh, this to me tastes fairly basic, but then at the same time I'm like, I know you, and I know you don't just have basic bitch bottles, so I'm like, what is going on?
I got basic bitch bottles too.
If this was a basic bitch bottle, I'm gonna go buy it tomorrow.
Absolutely. No, I mean I gotta pour a little bit more before it's all gone. Like this, it's great. It's
I want to go, or I'm about ready to go with yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty well set where I'm at, and my exacts are way off just because.
Like I said, if you guys land a distillery and an exact bottle, it's incredibly impressive. And that's for any blind taste. I mean, that's just seriously incredibly impressive for any blind tasting.
If you can snag a bottle guest, yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm set. I'm set where I'm at.
Okay. Almost ready. We're gonna do. Okay. I'm gonna go.
What's up, MJ?
Okay. I'm ready.
All right. Well, we'll start with Randall this time. Randall, let's
Okay.
go down the list. What do you got?
Let's go. For generic category, I put rye.
Okay.
For generic ABV, I put 60%. Generic casking, new oak. Specific category, I put rye. Specific ABV, I put 58%. Specific casking, new. Exact distillery, I threw a curveball, 45th parallel. Shout out 45th parallel. And for exact bottle, I put Good Cop from Great Northern.
You trying to smooze me or what?
I am. I am.
Good cop is my barrel pick.
That's one I was looking to get next. The Clintura 10. Man, good guesses, bro.
All right,
I'm trying.
Brandon.
I don't know.
All right. General category, rye. General ABV, 55%. Casking, new oak. New. Category, rye. American rye. ABV specific, 54%. Casking, rye. And distillery, MGP. But bottle, 6-year rye by Nashville Barrel Company.
Okay, awesome.
And I don't get a lot of the dill I get with a lot of MGP, but the nose reminded me of Nashville Barrel Company's some of their stuff.
It could. I mean, if it is, it could be like the 65% rye instead of the 95.5, which they don't do a lot of that mash bill, but when they do, it comes across really nice.
It also could be rare breed rye, but I'm not guessing that. It could be a wild turkey rye or a high rye. It's either wild turkey was my second go to, but there's no second. So, but the nose just reminds me of now I'm saying wild turkey, it reminds me of that, but like the rare breed. But it's funny if that's what it was.
Don't because I love
MGP. Like a 6-year Nashville Barrel Company rye bottling.
Got it. Awesome.
All right. Whenever you're ready, move on to 3.
Stay hydrated, boys.
Fun.
I guess the best water in the world right here. Aquapana.
So I stayed in a hotel recently that had those. You could buy those bottlings in the hotel room. And I was like, all right, cool. I look $8 a bottle. I was like, no, I'm not buying your $8 bottled water. Mike,
this glass I actually sell on one of my websites. So I get it from China for like $10 and I sell it for like $25.
But you shouldn't say that.
No, I'm just being honest. Like you can find this online from China for probably cheaper than I sell it. So I'd do that, but I don't see these anywhere around here. So I was like, I'll start selling some glasses on the website locally, But
it's a cool glass.
What's the website?
It's Aged Elixir. But here, I'll type it in the thing. But
one of the mods will put the actual link up.
It's down for one more night because I'm doing some. It's failed to put. Comment has failed to post to the. It's down for the rest of the night because I'm doing some maintenance on it tonight and adding some stuff. But yeah, I try to keep it like to where I barely make much from it, but just enough to have some fun with it. And honestly, all the stuff I got that way because I can't find them. And this bottle right here, this glass right here is like $50 from Whiskey Exchange.
Yeah.
And I think I have it there for $25 for 2 or something like that. Kind of a neat option. This locally and stuff. But anyways.
What's up, Marshall? What's up, Alex?
It's a great glass, though. Yeah. All right. Let's go to the next one. Sorry. I'm back onto this one. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well,
This is a different one.
This glass smelled like soap, so I rinsed it out a bit, but hopefully it didn't ruin it. Really, really, I don't want want to say those words yet, but really different than the other two.
What's up there?
Right. Wait. Wow. Wow. I think I might know this one. Or at least
Ozark still works. What's up? I'm sorry, I don't actually know your real name.
His name's Wayne.
Wayne. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Y'all need to go check him out.
Yes, absolutely.
He does some amazing things. Look,
I peruse that website on a regular basis, just waiting to order something.
This guy or gal, I'm not trying to be sexist at all.
No,
is different. So different.
Is it against the rules if I have everything written down right now?
Okay.
I know, but the specific bottle, I don't remember what it's called. Is it okay to search it? Like if I was
I'll let you know what? I'll let Randall.
You think it's like Glen Roth, and you're like, oh, which bottle is that?
Go ahead. If you know the exact what you're looking for, because I mean,
it's probably
pretty
wrong.
much guarantee you it's probably not that, but I don't know what it is. I don't even know what you're searching, but I'm pretty sure it's not that. So
you can't. There's no way for you to search what sample I gave you. So
exactly.
Really, that would be the only way to cheat.
Unless you could hack his computer somehow.
It's not even on the computer.
Okay, well then never mind.
All right, that's it right there. I found it. Yeah, I'm not hacking.
So I mean, you'd have to hack into my phone and get a real weird angle on the camera to get the piece of paper that I got written down.
This is probably very wrong, but the nose and the palate just took me back to a bottle from a certain distillery I had that might not be the specific bottling this is, but I was like, oh, that's the flavor profile just linked to my head. Could be wrong. It's very well. Let's say it seems younger, and a lot of like distillate. It's very distillate forward. Really peppery and lemony, and it's got that like when you have like something really kind of young, like really young, and you have that like it's not sharp. Like some stuff is just sharp and kind of like nasty. This is like nice, really high quality distillate that's really balanced well. Doesn't have a whole lot of cask influence, I feel like.
No, it doesn't.
Like it's almost.
That's what I'm working on the finish and like if it's finished or not, and I'm having a hard time with it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, color wise, it doesn't look finished, but that doesn't mean it's not.
It's funny. It's funny how words influence you. Because as soon as you said finished, I went to a different distillery that has a similar profile. Not distillery, bottling company that finishes this type of stuff. And now I'm like, get that out of my head. Mm-hmm. It's funny, like they do those studies where you'll walk in somewhere and you'll start talking to somebody and they'll ask you like what number you're thinking of and everything, and they'll guess it right. But it's because on your way into where you're going, they have signs with certain numbers on them, and you don't even notice. You look at them, but then you say those numbers out loud later. Like you're so influenced by everything around you. It's crazy.
That sucks, Marshall.
This is really good.
No notification on YouTube or Instagram, either one.
If it's Scotch, it's colored. There's a peach. There's like a peach note in here.
There is.
It's a beautiful fruit. For this style, it's really damn good. I want to say something, but I'm not going to say it yet until after we say what we think it is. But a lot of I'll wait for a second.
They're trying to knock me down, Marshall. That's what they're doing. Trying to take me out before it's.
That'd be great if one of us actually guessed the specific distillery bottle. That'd be pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Blinds are they're so perfect because you just not buy. You really have no idea.
No, you have no idea.
Kind of like a waxy note, like a waxy peach, and a lot of pepper. Lemon, like lemon peel. in a pastry way.
I love the comments sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I'm not even looking, because I'm like, it's gonna throw me off.
We got peach, cold weenies, and stubby grass. Oh man, go back to the last one and smell it. Very chocolatey. Anyways, all right. I got my stuff written down.
You're ready to rock, huh? Man, we're moving through pretty good here. This is probably record time.
I haven't got it. I haven't got exact distillery or bottle yet. So
Yeah, dude, take your time. There's no rush.
Yeah, we got time here, man. I'm not rushing. I usually these go. I try to shoot for an hour, and they've stretched into hour 20 minutes mostly.
Don't say the word Canadian. The Canadian's gonna make me think it's Canadian now, because it is young, and that Canadian something is very similar to this.
Oh, that's a good one, Locktar. That's a good whiskey. I like that. I think I got that one right here.
Are you hungry?
That's 123.
You want to order some food?
What's this one?
I'll give you my card.
I think my Larceny 923 is gone. Empty. Yeah, it's Texas Showdown tonight. The Lone Star Battle. 2 Texas boys here.
we'll see.
What part of Texas? Whiskey
Go
Shaman? What part of Texas are you in?
I'm in Fredericksburg.
Oh shit, nice. I'm over in San Antonio.
Yeah, not bad.
We go out there quite often, actually, just to spend the day and do little hikes out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think might be out there in a couple weeks, actually. So I'll have to hit you up if we are.
Absolutely.
If Chelsea's still here, that Larceny is one of her favorites. Hey, Gandy. Cheers, buddy. Mike, you are 100% absolutely correct, and also part of the reason I do this. Because,
wow.
And yes, thank you, Marshall.
It's really good.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing.
Chelsea does not like Larceny, nor any wheated bourbon.
Help you out. We can order some food
that she's had. I'll preface that by saying that.
You want to try this one, babe? Can save a little. I'll save a little taste for you. The woman loves. I kind of got her into whiskey. I mean, she was drinking passions when I met her, but now she's sipping on like all my good stuff, which is great. I remember I read a post. Well, I forgot who posted this, but he was like emphasizing the fact that his wife got into whiskey too, and now like she's as big as into it as he is, and it's like double trouble.
Oh wow,
starting to happen now.
That's so. Sam likes whiskey. However, when she wants one, she says, "Give me whatever the cheap one is. Give me your cheap stuff." She doesn't care. Like if I bought plastic jugs of Canadian Club, she would be happy. She likes that stuff.
Yeah, that's great. So, mine would too. But there was one day I came home and she's like, "That one?" I'm like, "All right, for it." It's good for me.
I give her like if I find something that I think she likes, because she likes bourbon. That's the one that she likes the most, that she doesn't make the weirdest faces on. So she really likes OGD 114. That's one of her favorites.
Margaritas. Mine does too, but we use the mezcal. A mezcal. I always say it wrong.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with a good margarita.
Hell no.
No.
Oh, one right now.
Yeah.
Calm down. Very like very floral, young, fruity, peppery. Definitely grassy as fuck. Dry hay, straw.
So I always if like if she's a margarita or a sweet drinker, I always recommend Compass Box Orchard House for possible maybe might like it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that Irish whiskey Limavady or Limavaldi or whatever it is, that's very, very sweet as well.
Yes.
Oh, man, this is great.
It is. I mean, whatever any of these are, it's all amazing whiskeys. So we're not losing at all. The only issue is I feel like I'm way off. So let's just go and see what happens.
Just a quick
All right.
question real quick before we start this last part. What one's your most enjoyable right now? Like out of all three at this moment in time, for me, I thought it was number 2, but it's number 3 is really hitting the spot, and it's probably the youngest, probably the most affordable one. It's just
I'm really digging. I have this much left of number 1. Where's the camera? Of number 1, that's it, and it is. I'm jiving with number 1 for sure. It gives me what I need.
If you go back
to get by. Yeah.
Limavady. That's how you pronounce
that?
that?
Back to number 2 now. It tastes more high rye bourbon, but anyways.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I think I'm ready. I'm so scared.
All right, Brandon, we'll start with you.
All right. For this last one, category rye, proof 50%, casking new, specific category rye, specific ABV, I think it's 50%, and casking again rye, I think it's no age. I think the distillery is Redwood Empire, and I think it's the Rocket Top Bottled and Bond rye. And then I'll leave the age alone.
Wow. We were completely different.
Yeah. I don't know what it just I had a Redwood Empire rye. Oh, I forgot the name of it. It was killer stuff, and it was younger. And this reminds me exactly like it. And I think it's 50. I think it's like 100 proof. It doesn't remind me of any other. I haven't had a whole lot of rye, but yeah, this brought me right. Like instantly, I wrote it down as soon as I sipped it, so it was crazy. So go with the gut.
Yeah.
All right, Randall, what do you got?
I'm going way off on you. I put single malt, 55% used oak. Specific category American single malt. Specific ABV 52%. Specific casking used / white wine. I don't know. I felt a white wine kick on it. My exact distillery, I put Balnock. It's Scotch distillery, I know. And exact bottle, I put SMWS. That's just threw that one out there.
Mm-mm. Hold on. Sugar Kitty said Rocket Top is 4 grain. I'm talking about the Rocket Top Bottled and Bond straight rye. They have a straight rye Rocket Top. It's funny we guessed completely different stuff, but we had that bourbon rye, whatever it was in the middle, that could have thrown our palates off. I did not.
Absolutely.
Wow. If this last one is not a rye, then I'm gonna delete my Instagram. That's good.
If it's not a single malt, I'm gonna do mine. No, I'm joking. I'm not.
That Balbrother.
I just got it back. I know.
Palate cleanser.
Okay.
I mean, seriously.
So we have a couple firsts here. There's a couple firsts for this whole competition.
Did he get it?
All right.
We have the first exact distillery guess. And not only do we have one exact distillery guess, we got 2 exact distillery guesses. All right. So sample number 1.
Setting records over here.
We're going to just go through it like this. Sample number 1. The final score on sample number 1 ended up being Randall 1 point.
Oh, shit.
Brandon, 2, 3 points.
Son of a bitch. I lost already. It's gone. Bye.
It was Jameson Black Barrel.
It was an Irish.
So this is a blended Irish.
Wow.
This is primarily matured in ex-bourbon cask and then done again in a recharred ex-bourbon cask.
Wow.
That's why you guys were getting that new oak kick or that American kick on it, right?
Wow, that's actually pretty damn
I
good.
thought your guessing on it was actually really good. Brandon, you hit the proof right on the head. It's 40%.
I drink a lot of whiskey.
You both got the generic casking that used. You both missed the specific casking because you didn't say the rechar. Brandon, you got specific proof. Again, you had the 40%. So those were your 3 points. Randall, you got the used oak point.
Used oak. That's it.
It's funny. I guess 10 years old. I can say this now, right?
Yeah.
I guess 10 years old because it was so smooth, but it's triple distilled. So that kind of. But is there a single grain in there?
It's a blended Irish, so it is a blend of single pot still, single malt, and single grain.
That's really cool.
Distillery on that would have been Middleton, by the way.
Right.
Okay, moving on. Sample number 2. And because you guys liked this sample so much, my heart was just smiling. Points breakdown. Randall, you scored 2 points. Brandon, you got 1.
Oh, so it was not what I thought it was.
He's still Randall, in the lead, but still.
Your 2 points came from an exact distillery guess.
Wow.
Shut.
Wow.
Now, this is really going to throw you off. The bottle is J. Henry La Flamme.
The fuck is that? Wow.
This is a craft Wisconsin distillery. They bottle bourbon. The bourbon that they bottle is distilled at 45th parallel.
This is amazing.
This is not even the distillery that makes the stuff, and he got the distillery. I looked at you when you said that, and I'm like,
that's incredible.
How did you do that? It is 5 years old. It is finished in an Armagnac barrel.
Wow.
You guys were both pretty accurate. It is a higher rye mash bill.
Yeah, I almost went high rye bourbon, but
so did I.
But I think the Armagnac finish made it kind of seem like that leathery molasses, deeper MGP from some of those single casts that are just like so dark. That's amazing stuff. So 45th parallel is where are they at?
Wisconsin.
So
J. Henry is also.
She said bubblegum on the nose. I still have some left. That's what y'all said.
So Randall, your 2 points for that one came from the exact distillery guess.
God damn it.
You were high on the ABV. You both guessed rye. It is in fact a bourbon. So new oak, but it is also finished. So the specific category would have been finished bourbon. You got Brandon. You got a point on the generic ABV. You said 55. It is actually 56.75. So your ABV guessing is pretty on point.
Yeah.
All right. Now, for number 3, funny story. I killed the bottle 2 weeks ago, and I totally forgot that it was in this sampling, and I tossed the bottle. So I don't even have the bottle to show you. I drove all over town today looking for it, and it's not in town. But, Brandon, you got an exact distillery on this one. It is Redwood Empire.
Wow.
It is not the Rocket Top Rye, however. So it is a rye whiskey. It is the Redwood Empire's Emerald Giant.
That was
some energy, some MGP. It is young. It's 4 years old ish.
I guess
is the age statement on it.
Wow.
It is bottled at 45%. So neither one of you got the proof. You, Brandon, you did get rye. You did get new on the casking. Randall, you said used. Category, Randall, you said ASM. Brandon, again, you said rye. So that's 3 points there so far. New again on the casking. So we're at 4. And you got that distillery. So that is 6 points on that one. That's actually really good.
Holy shit.
That's the highest amount of points anybody has scored on one particular sample. That's like right up there in the top 3 of the entire competition. So the highest point so far is 8.
No.
Huh?
You got any sports records? No. You got what records you got? Scored the highest amount of points in a blind whiskey tasting.
Loud and proud, brother. Loud and proud. So that's where we're at. So we got that's
a great
1, 3, 6, so 10. You got 10 points, Brandon. And Randall, 1, 3.
I got 3. I got 3.
10.
Like, and I'm the trained one out of these. Son of a.
Blind sampling is about the hardest thing you can do, and trying to guess what it is incredibly difficult. But I'm hoping you guys tried 3. Well, you probably had the Jameson Black Barrel before, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
I have not.
Okay.
That might be a good bottle to pick up for like a party or something. I mean, that was pretty.
It's super cheap. It's like $30.
Yeah.
$35 maybe.
It's not harsh and grainy like a lot of those bottles are. Like the Bush.
I think that rechar really helps that one out a lot.
It really does.
I think it elevates Jameson because it is just regular Jameson put in a rechar again, for the most part. I was really happy to see that you both enjoyed the J. Henry. I have a thing with J. Henry. I feel that they get all the recognition for Wisconsin whiskey when they don't actually make any.
Right.
Kind of irritates me a little bit. But what they do is they grow the grains. They send them up to another great Wisconsin distillery. They distill it, send it back, and they age it in the lower part of the state. So nothing really shady going on there. I just wish they would spread a little bit of the love out.
That J. Henry is really good. That's my last sip.
Absolutely.
That is a really good bottle. That is one that they release every year, especially. It's a special bottle every year.
Wow.
Dude, I don't care what the score was. I mean, I know I got my ass whooped, and I knew I was going to. I knew going into this that this was going to be, a thing. I know whiskey. I know whiskey front to back. But the issue is, like, I know my lane, and then you get out of your lane, you're like, what the hell is going on? Like, you give me some Wild Turkey 101, I'll check you all day on that. But, when you start going off, I start thinking really weird and exotic things like Baldock or SMWS, because I know that's where we're going. But man, it was difficult, but it was also amazing, and I'm very happy to be a part of this. And this is amazing.
It's a great idea, man. I love the format and the what you're scoring off of, because it's not just like, hey, guess where this is from. It's like with the ABV and the cask type, and
it's more about the whiskey itself than trying to pull out what bottle it is.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was my format for doing the Advent calendar over December. And I like it, and that's kind of why I stuck with it for this one. But I wanted to make it a little bit more interesting. Like, I gave myself a window of plus or minus 3 on the ABV, and then tried to do the category and casking type. And I mean, for the most part, I did horribly. I did get one exact guess, but I know that whiskey really, really well. So the rest of them threw me for a loop, and it's just it's humbling, and it's fun, and I like the fact that you get to travel outside your comfort zone and see what's out there and do other things. So also I like sharing my whiskey, so it helps both ways.
Yeah, I like when you share your whiskey too.
Absolutely.
There's just so much out there, you can't buy everything.
You can't get it all.
Other stuff you have to spend money on besides that stuff, like travel.
I mean, I'm trying, but it's not going to happen.
So I was like, you can't try everything unless you do stuff like this where you send samples and share, and it's really cool. I used to do that a lot, and then it just got annoying shipping all the time, so I stopped. But I need to probably get back into it.
So Randall, for you, number one was your kind of your favorite out of the three.
Yes, it was, which is
you?
very strange. Like I've had obviously I've had Jameson many times. I've gone through a bottle or maybe two of Black Barrel. It's really great in cocktails and stuff like that. I just never have sat down with it and actually had it, which is very strange. Like the other day I had a blind tasting and there was Crown Royal in it, just basic Crown Royal. And I was like, oh, what is this? It's so amazing. And it was just basic bitch Crown Royal. And I'm like, this is amazing once you get over the stigma of the thing. You know, it's so crazy.
There's so many whiskeys out there that are on the shelf that are actually really, really damn good, that at the end of the day, when it comes to your dollar for enjoyment factor, are just spectacular stuff.
That's good stuff, Randall.
My favorite was the J. Henry. But
okay.
That's the best whiskey tonight was the J. Henry. But my favorite from an enjoyment factor in the moment was the Redwood Empire. But like from an overall perspective, I would score the J. Henry higher.
Yeah, sure.
But right now with my palate, like this is what I'm feeling. That was just that young, fresh, crisp, beautiful rye. It's just perfect. And they say these ryes are the Scotch drinkers' bourbon. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a saying out there. Mostly Scotch orientated, and that makes sense.
If you're a Scotch drinker, you're gonna probably lean a little bit more into be okay with rye easier than you're gonna be with bourbon. And I agree with that. It's also the way I'm at too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sugar Kitty. I just had them on my podcast, and they're doing some amazing stuff. That'll be released real soon. But yeah, no, I mean, sharing is caring, Locktar. I mean, that's just what it is. We all want to share, and I have all the samples back there, and I just got some more today from Baker Drinks. Like people are sending stuff all over the place, and Ball Blair. There you go.
Yeah, I actually used this as a palate cleanser before we started.
Really?
Just a little bit. It's always a long time ago. Chatting with this guy that worked at a distillery. He's like, before they taste test or blind test, they just take a simple, basic ex-bourbon matured Scotch and they sip it. They nose it and sip it a little bit just to get their palate kind of cleansed. And so they'll use stuff like the Balboa 12 or Old Pulteney 12, something like kind of like not just to kind of get your palate in the groove.
Right.
Locktar, is that your name on? Yeah, I'm looking at it right there. That was going to be a dumb question, and I'm not going to finish it.
Now, Marshall, that's not very nice. Isla doesn't suck. Crown and Jack Daniels are killing it this year, though. They are. Jack Daniels, the single barrel proof ryes are freaking phenomenal. If you can find one of them, they're like $65 for 135 proof rye. And I'm not a Jack Daniels fan, and they are amazing. So,
yeah, I mean, and you were saying you both were touching on this a minute ago. You both got $40 bottles, and then there was $100 bottle.
Yeah.
So that J. Henry is $100 bottle. The Jameson 35-ish. That Redwood Empire maybe 45-ish, right? And a lot of people, I feel they walk past that because the price is low, so that they're assuming low quality, or B, they look past. I don't like Jameson. I'm not even going to give Jameson a chance.
Right.
Redwood, slightly different. They just don't recognize it. It's like it's not a brand that I know.
Right.
So when you drink them blind, you don't have that ability to do that. It's just now I can just unbiasedly taste this whiskey.
Yep, absolutely.
I will say
the best way.
This is kind of off topic, but if you're a fan of the Springbank 12 cask strength,
absolutely,
and you can't find it, and I'm talking about the ones with sherry because some of them they've had some ex-bourbon ones. If you find the Wolfburn 10. It is up there with that for sure. The Wolfburn 10. It's like Wolfburn, something I always walk by so many times.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
The hype here and there, and I walk by their 10-year, and it's like $65, I think, or $70, and it's always on the shelf here. I picked it up, and it is spectacular, and it's like that peaty, like dirty, sooty sherry, like it's beautiful. It's I think I scored it a 91 or something. It was very, very high. So,
I would love to be a fan of the Springbank 12 cast strength. I just can't locate one.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. If you can't find it, which I haven't seen it in 4 years on the shelf over here.
No. I mean, I was able to snag a bottle one time, and it's
that
gone.
Wolfburn 10
You know what I mean?
Or sorry, the Wolfburn 10, and you'll forget about Springbank for a little bit while you're
really. I mean, I'm never gonna forget about them, but yeah, I get you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I do.
Awesome. All right, excellent. Well, I thank you guys for entertaining me on this and enjoying it and doing what you did. Brandon, you moved on to the next round.
Oh, 4 rounds? This is great.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
so
cool.
the next time you're up is on 5/15, May 15th.
All right. Sign me up.
Once let's see.
That's fun.
I'll send out another round of samples. And if you make it past that one and Marshall makes it past his next one, you guys would be up against each other. Ooh. He was maybe going to suggest you do it at Andalusia.
Yeah. Actually, that'd be fucking fantastic. I'd love that.
That would be kind of cool.
That would be awesome.
That would be pretty awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome.
I will let you guys work that out if it works out.
If that's the case, I better win this next one. So I'm gonna pallet train for the next month and just try a million different distilleries so I can guess it.
That might help you.
It might. It might. I mean, it's about it's really kind of like, just for an example, like the Redwood Empire thing. You can taste 300 whiskey, 1,000 whiskeys, but if you hadn't had Redwood Empire, you wouldn't probably got it. So
that's true.
You have a lot of bottles, so it's like you can even be like on another blind. It could have been a flip flop where he has 10, and I have, it could have been different. So it's just fun, though. It's just really fun. I wonder what it would be like a judge on the San Francisco whiskey, panel, just like taste these things blind, and then your palate's still influenced from prior whiskeys. So as you taste stuff, I feel like
it hurts me.
Would taste better.
Yep. I agree.
We're gonna get the Freedom Malts Annual Whiskey Awards competition going, and it's gonna blow the San Francisco whiskey competition out of the water.
Hey, that would be great, but I don't know if anybody would care about it all that much, except for maybe a pretty small group.
All right, man. Well, thanks a lot, guys. It's been fun, bro. And
absolutely.
Next time we're in Fredericksburg, I'll let you know, man. I'll hit you up on Instagram, and we can hopefully link
absolutely. Up. Let's do it.
So
let's do it.
You guys, thank you. Everybody in the comments, thank you for watching Instagram. Thank you for stopping in and checking it out. I know it's a little funny with this streaming to both platforms thing. Instagram kind of gets the shaft on that, and I'm sorry. But cheers, everybody, and until next one.
Cheers, guys. Be safe. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Toodles, poodles.